Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Make plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I like. Hey, you guys, this is Black Titanic. You guys, I need 4,000 watch hours, and I need these likes up. Come on and help me out. Well, today I am talking about why do Martel always target women? He's always yelling in some woman's face. But let's just see what some fans are saying. Gloria Jackson now, she says Martel made his choice, and now he refuses to live with his consequences, right? Instead of learning from his bad choices, he continues to be on a destructive path. Lord Jesus, is this man on a destructive path? But every time you see him, he arguing at some woman. Yeah, like he just told Nell to shut the F up. Shut the F up. Nell. Nell got in her confession and told her husband, I wish you would be my husband right now when it comes to Martel. Destructive path, y'all. Toxic. Anyway, I pray Melody granted full legal custody of her children. So we just now seen all this drama with the court with Melody dropping that protected order against Martel. Melody is always thinking about these children and what's best for the children. And I know that she wants her children to grow up with their father and around their fathers. So she keeps trying and hoping that he will change. Allegedly. Start again. I pray Melody grant full legal custody of her children, says Gloria Jackson. What judge can see all this toxicity just spewing from a poisoned man, and then want his children to remain in that mess? That's right. That's right. That's the truth, Miss Gloria. I was just thinking about how they were at an event, some kind of was it a school event, sports event recently, and Martel said that Melody assaulted him and they end up did get a restraining order, put a warrant out on Melody. This is in front of his children. How embarrassing is that? It's from the kids. So you sure is right. Let me just say this over again. What judge can see all this toxicity spewing from a poisoning man and want children to remain in that mess? Yes, Miss Gloria, I had to read that over, girl, just because he is the father. He is definitely causing long-term mental effects if they remain with this weak custody of in his custody or something like that, you guys. Long-term mental effects. We see this all the time. People be on TV talking about their childhood. They be grown people in their 40, 50, 60, 70 because they have not healed from their childhood. Nellie Harris says something is clearly wrong with Marty. And I agree. I notice how his targets are always women. Yes, ma'am. His target is always women. That show is so toxic. And when Melody was on there, every time he saw her, he was at her throat, just attacking and yelling. Look what it did to Tisha, y'all, out there at that park. He disgraced that girl. He yelled and talked about that girl so bad, called her a slut, a hoe. Yes, he did. And you know what? That pissed me off. But all those men that hang out with Martel on that show, they always say, well, they just ignore Martel. But Martel, they allow Martel to disrespect their wives, right? Let me start all over. Something is clearly wrong with Marty, Nellie Harris says. I notice how his target is always women. Why? Why? Why is your target always women, Martel? But he's been unsuccessful at trying to gloat, even with the one man he tried. The man he tried, he laughed and he even mocked at him. Oh, Martin needs to leave the country and take Arian with him. Oh, this sister say, bah, leave the country and take Arian with you. I don't even see what Arian want with him. All that he done to to the first wife, and we didn't seen what he was doing to her, with a whole lot of different women. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, why isn't Martel always yelling and screaming at women? The women's on that show, it just really don't seem like it's a safe place to work on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is so toxic. Why do Martel always target women? Let's take a look. Okay? What you talking about? You said I couldn't. Also, you know who she married? You was ugly than you are, better than you are. What the you talking about? I couldn't. You are being what you talking about? You never got Tisha. Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. No, what the you're still ugly. I saved you, babe. Like, what's wrong with you? Thank you. Look. Martel is absolutely dead. Now, you guys see that, right? You see that he's all yelling at Tisha, y'all. Yelling and then Destiny. Let me show y'all this. Hope y'all see Destiny. Destiny, she gets up there and get mad at Tisha, tell Tisha that, everybody everybody protect you except for your husband. Something like that. Y'all remember that. But anyway, Tisha got mad at Destiny, told Destiny that she didn't defend her, right? And Destiny said, well, look, I stood in between you and like a referee. She was like a referee now. She really did. Because none of the men got up at one time and tried to stop Martel. Destiny went on and told her that her husband was using her like a shield. He always in some woman's face. And I don't understand the relationship that these men have with this man. He told Tisha that, she had got the bottom of the barrel when she got her husband. Y'all know everything he said to Tisha, screaming and yelling, disrespecting that girl. Why do he always target women? And why do Carlos allow him to get away with that? My, how karma hits Love and Marriage Huntsville, especially Tisha now. Y'all remember how Tisha just kept Melody Gasley, kept on tugging and poking at Melody about her marriage, right? But anyhow, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Now I'm getting off track. Now, nobody on this show is loyal to each other. Let me say it again now. Nobody on this show is loyal to each other. They all backstab each other. Now remember, the Scots have turned their backs on Martel, y'all. You remember when that communication harassment case came down and Martel was convicted? Oh no, my soul don't want no parts of that. he started turning on Martel. So nobody's safe on this show. Nobody are friends. They all turn on each other. Even Marceau turns on this woman quite often. But what I'm talking about today, y'all, is Martel is always yelling at somebody. Now, right here on this show, Martel gonna yell at teacher that she was just scared of Melody. And now teacher was standing on her business because she was calling him out for degrading her and yelling and just humiliating her and embarrassing her in town on national TV. And he talking about, it wasn't none of me. It wasn't none of me. I'm not running around talking about you. Of course, she said Martel. Now she said Martel is the one that messed up their marriage. Y'all hear this? Now Tisha's sitting up there fussing at Martel, telling Martel messed up their marriage. So of course Martel now he gonna start yelling back. He not gonna discuss in an intelligent way. He start yelling. Yeah, you just scared of Melody. It wasn't of me. It was not me. You just scared of Melody. Why is Martel always yelling at women? Martel has a mirror up in front of him right now saying everything that he actually done to us. From the very beginning, from season 1, sending stuff to bloggers, trying to damage our reputation. Why are you saying it about me? Trying to damage Why are you saying it about me on the stage right now? So you scared of Melody. Melody's right there. You scared of her. I'm not scared of her because you know who it was. Y'all know who it was. Yeah, you. That's why I don't like talking to fake information, people. Having them coming from us. Feeding them information. Who was he feeding information to? Mel, his other baby mother. He's feeding information, having them to try to comfort us. He's feeding bloggers information. Now, you got Do you think Martel is jealous of you? Originally, I would not think that. But he said in different interviews that, hey, the Scots wanted to be like us. The Scots wanted to be like us. I'm funny, Carlos. I feel like Martel has a mirror up in front of him right now. Now, wait a minute. Wait, y'all. Let me get off of that. Now, y'all saw how he was yelling at teacher. Yeah, you just jealous of Melody. Yeah. Y'all remember that song called "The Backstabbers"? Those are those people right there. Melody just sitting up there looking all beautiful because she was done with this show. She was done with y'all. Why is Martel always yelling at women? So, he was all in Nell's face. They all sitting at the table now talking. Everybody's talking. The man said what they had to say, but when Nell started doing like this, because he was yelling in her ear, and Nell, was trying to tell him, here, tone down, he told her, shut the F up. Nell looked at her husband doing where they sent up in their confession, said, I wish you would be my husband right now. Well, Chris said, well, Martel just gonna be Martel. Now, when do you cross the line, Chris, between friendship and your wife? Who do you go home with every night? It's not gonna be Martel, I hope. But that was you were disrespecting your woman, and you have allowed Martel to disrespect your woman, and he feel comfortable with disrespecting your woman because you make excuses for Martel every time Martel disrespect your woman. You make excuses for her, y'all. Now, how many times is your wife got to request this same thing from you with your friend about your friend hollering at me and yelling at me and disrespecting me, man? Well, baby, Martel, just Martel. He'll go home and he'll sleep it off. Why is Martel always yelling at me? Why is the men on Love in Huntsville so comfortable with allowing Martel to disrespect their wives? So, as we can see, Martel's form of communication is yelling. Man, I would hate to be his child. But seems like yelling is normal for Martel. He's always yelling at women, right? He always shouting. And he has no remorse because to him, this is effective way of communication, y'all. What we see is not normal response from none of those men on Love and Marriage Huntsville, how they allow this man to disrespect their family, how they allow this man to humiliate their wives, y'all, in public. I remember one time when Martel went and Chris was not at home, and Martel got to yelling at Nell. Nell came on her porch, but he got to yelling at Nell over Mel. Something I can't remember what he was yelling at Nell for. But anyway, I believe it was over Mel. She talked to Chris then. Chris, I thought Chris was gonna check him. They showed this commercial like Chris was mad. He was gonna check Martel. Child, that next week he was just so humble when it got around Martel. It's bad when the man come to your home. Your wife can't even get no rest even in her home. He'll come to the house, to Miss Fletcher's house, and start yelling at her in that yard. Y'all remember that? Yelling is a form of abuse. It's very abusive. It takes a toll on a person. Can y'all imagine what Melody felt had to live with this man? I can understand when she said she had to get her clothes and go to a motel somewhere sometimes, allegedly, if I can remember, she said that. Just to have a peace of mind from this man yelling. Oh, normal. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, y'all, it's very. I can hold on, y'all. What the hell is it? Anyway, none of those women on that show didn't know why Melody was so uncomfortable around Martel. Now, when she left, he started attacking them. And so now, right, here go Miss young lady talk about something. Yeah, I don't want Martel to come on this trip with us. He shouldn't be invited. Y'all know who that was. Because she know that Martel was going to be trying to tell her about them 20 women's again that their husband done had. Anyway, you guys, let's just take a look at how he gaslight his wife, ex-wife Melody. When I first started. Now, on this episode, I'm going way back in time. He wanted gas like Melody. Said Melody didn't have no time for him, but he was just gaslighting. Melody gonna say, "Well, I'm trying to run the business." So y'all know what he was doing. He was out with his mistress, right? Formerly Arian Curry, formerly Bedbug, formerly Bird, and formerly Coleslaw. So the gal got three different personalities. She got a coleslaw personality, she got a Bedbug personality, and she got the Bird personality. That's why they match each other. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. That's why they match. Anyway, but he gonna gas like Melody, knowing he been out in the street with his mistress, y'all. Ain't he got a lot of nerve? Why is Martel always cheating? I think that's what you're talking about. Of course you know. You wasn't doing what you were supposed to do. And what was that? I called you. You didn't have time to talk to me, so what were you doing? What was I doing? I always complain. So I'm like, babe, why you can't talk to me? I don't got time. I ain't got time. I'm out of this meeting. Me too. I had meetings. It doesn't matter. So, it's about having time for your spouse. You pushed me. You got me more involved, doing more with the company, with the community, with everything else. And it was a setup for the okie doke. Because there's no way you have so many friends. How does no male stop doing certain things? Sexual? Hey, what about sexual? What did I do? You wouldn't satisfy me. How?
But you, period.
I wasn't satisfying you sexually?
No.
Did you ever talk to me about that? You never said to me, you're not satisfying me.
When we in the bed, I'm saying, babe, you ain't gonna do this for me? No. You ain't gonna do that for... No. What you think that is?
Okay.
That's disappointment.
Okay.
To your husband to tell him no for anything.
And does that open the door for you to be able to step out and do what you want to do?
Of course.
Okay, so all those years when there were certain things I was telling you that I wanted you to experience more sexually and do more and you didn't want to, should I have just stepped out? Just asking.
I can't recall that.
You can't, of course, you never can recall what you don't want to recall.
What, talk freaky? Okay, I don't want to talk freaky.
Yeah, you don't want that, so you open up that door. You have to learn and know the trophy that you have.
Okay,
when
but
you have a woman
being a complete trophy if she's not taking care of her husband.
You got somebody who can talk to you all the time, who's cooking for you, who's satisfying you sexually. Why don't you take your ass on and be with her?
I don't want to.
Well, that's a damn shame.
You know what that's called?
What?
Filling that void. She felt that void.
Well, it sounds like you think you may just need two women.
Well, back in the day, in the Bible days, whatever, they had multiple women, so why not?
Disrespectful, y'all. Disrespectful. That was when Love and Marriage Huntsville was on top. That was when that lady Angela. It's getting dark out here, y'all. I gotta, go in the house because it's getting dark. Angela Dugan, when she had that show, it was number one. Who dropped the ball on that show? That maybe the fans left because Melody left. But y'all can see what a narcissist never take responsibility. Right here, he's telling his wife that she wasn't satisfying him. Well, she made a believer out of you. She's gone. Bye. Bye bye. She's gone. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. And that's what she told you to do, and she left you.